Hi there, this is Kathy Crow here, right in Springfield, Missouri. It is so nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, brother, you know what? It's behind me. You can see that stuff on there. I have my sea turtle out. Now, you have no idea why I have my sea turtle out, and I'm not going to even tell you, but that is going to be coming along here pretty soon. I've had so much fun playing with him, and there's a new set that I wanted to put him with. All right. Today we are doing, this is a bundle that is available still. It's called Help Me Grow. Oh, it's so cute. I have it with my Flowering Rain boots. Another kind of a garden-like set that I just love. If you know me at all, if you've been following anything that I do, you know I'm a big gardener, or used to be. When Jeff and I moved here to Springfield, I told him I'm not gardening anymore. I'm just doing landscaping. It has been really hard to stay with that, and except for a bad bout of about, I don't know, 20 roses I planted, and then they promptly got rosette disease, and we had to take almost every single one out. Other than that, I've actually stayed pretty close to landscaping, and it's wonderful because here I don't have to even water at all, hardly. The sky just does it. Thank you so much, God. He's good. So much easier to do that here. In the desert, it doesn't work unless you like a lot of rocks and where we were from, sagebrush and tumbleweeds. We did have a lot of tumbleweeds. Our neighbors here love hearing our tumbleweed stories. Enough of that. So Help Me Grow is a really good set. And I'm going to put the camera down. This is going to be kind of a quick one today because I don't have any idea when Jeff is going to be back from his substitute teaching. It could be quick. It could be slow. I don't know. I'm kind of getting off to a very slow start. I feel better now. But this morning I still felt pretty crummy. I just have a bad cold. So you wouldn't think it would affect me that much, but it has. I've just been not feeling great. So I didn't necessarily plan on doing a video today, just in case I felt really crummy still. But I actually am feeling pretty good. So I really can't fault how I feel with why I'm not doing this. And I need to do it because I might have to take a week off here next week. We will see. Next week, let's see. Oh, one of the sets that I wanted to do. Oh, come on now. I need you light to work. I thought I had, oh, there you go. It just isn't cooperating with me. I don't know why, but it's fine. It just doesn't like to cooperate. So anyhow, it is, it doesn't want to stay where I want it either, but that's okay. I can live with that. It's, this set is really a nice one. It is available still. I was glad because, you know what, I hate to tell you this, but some of it is not available that I used in my cards. Now, you haven't seen this yet. This is coming this Monday because you guys are still working on, what did I work on last week? I'm not real sure what it was. But anyhow, looks like I'm pretty well centered for a change. That's nice. There's these ladybugs. Now, there are little dots. Oh boy, I wonder if I can find the little dots in here. I've rearranged things and then it makes it a little harder to find all of my doodads, but I think these specialty items are in here. And oh, the ladybugs are so cute. They can't possibly be in here because I know I'm gonna, are they in here? Oh yeah, they must be because I see my little black crows. When we had that set available, I bought a bunch, as you can imagine. Somebody who was called Crow. And the dragonflies, anything that's, you know, garden related, I like to keep track of, but I'm not seeing those ladybugs. And I didn't actually use a ton of them. And I didn't see it in my stack of goodies that I was showing either. So anyhow, the ladybug embellishments I kind of suspect aren't available anyway. because I noticed that the Ladybug embossing folder that I use, it was actually a pretty important part of why I use the Ladybugs at all. The embossing folder was not available anymore, so I'm sad about that because the embossing folder is really, really pretty. Did I even get it out? No, I didn't. I've got all of my new things out. You guys, there's a new thing coming out, new catalog coming out, and it is so, so nice. But I've been working off of the online selections for the last few weeks, and on that is this Lazy Daisy folder, and that was what I did in the background with this one. Turned out really nice. I'm not going to make this card because I just don't feel like it today. I'm going to only have time to do one card, so I think I'm going to just do this one just so you get an idea of how quick and easy it goes together. I want you to see these handles. They're better than I expected because I didn't plan on buying another garden set. I already have a ton of pots, and I have tools that are stamps, but no dies. And I saw these images and I thought they looked like ties. Like I thought this was a guy's, Father's Day set, and it had the dies. Now that's the rain boots section. These are all the dies. Look at all these dies that you get with this Help Me Bloom. And this is still available as a bundle, so don't miss it. This piece cuts out a really nice ground for your little shovels to be working in. There are flowers. I only use these tiny ones on this one, but I haven't used these other flowers or plants. These are the shears. I didn't get to the shears. These are pots I haven't even gotten to because mostly I was concerned with all of these, and I haven't used this plant either. This is a little, it's the little handles, leather straps to hang up your tools in the tool shed. Thought that was pretty cool if you didn't want to go to the trouble of tying anything, because twine actually in itself doesn't really stay stiff enough to do the effect you might want there, so that does. Anyway, I just loved how these handles are easily done. You can decorate them nicely, so we're going to do this pretty flowered one. And then everything cuts out. There's a really nice plant tag. I didn't use that. I used these dies with these, okay? But these are just stamped and cut out. You can tell this actually has some more dimension, to it. And I did that out of metal. And then these two, these handles are the ones that are more detail oriented. Where is that? Oh, it's this inside one there. So I won't be using those, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention so that you don't miss them because they're really pretty. These are some really nice beads that would look really nice with this set if I do the colors right. But I probably am not going to use those because those are the new in colors. I think I'll save those for later. Love the Ladybug folder. What I did is I just embossed it and then just colored a few. Okay, I do have a bad cold still, so you're going to just have to bear with the old sickie. And we'll get going here. I don't need the embossing folders. We're just not even going to use them, but they are beautiful. So anyhow, this set, very fun and easy to use. I'm going to just start with a basic white. And this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but it will get trimmed down. I just haven't got it trimmed down right now. We're going to go ahead and stamp it up with the current dies. And then the set I'm using for the Words is Blooming Phrases. This was a year or two ago. I don't really remember when it came out. I probably should start with that because this has a long tail to it, and that's what I wanted. I wanted the word happy, and I wanted something that would evoke happiness, and I think a long tail on a word does. So that's why I decided to use this one. So let me put this on a block. And I believe I'm using, what is that color? I believe it's Strawberry Slush. So we will just go ahead and use Strawberry Slush. Now I am going to need some paper under there to make sure that I have something underneath. I'm not just stamping wildly all over the place. Okay. Now, so we're going to have this nice ground placed there. And I just need enough of the word to show, but it doesn't need to, you know, be too much. I don't need a lot. Okay, I need to make sure that there's enough room for my shovel and all that. Okay, so I think we're gonna go like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mask part of that. I want the word happy here, but I don't really want the long tail. Oh, I guess I can do the long tail because I'm gonna end up having a shovel there anyway. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with that. That one is done. If you've been wondering if you're gonna like the new ink colors, just believe me, they're beautiful. I'm so happy with them. I've actually really liked all of the ink colors from the last 3 or 4 years because I like a lot of the neutrals that they've added, and all the beige was one I could have lived without. Other than that, I really loved it, but people who like a lot of bright colors might not have liked some of it. Now what I'm going to do is take the handle. We're going to stamp right on here. We're going to stamp on the actual cardstock I've got going. We're going to do the wooden handle and the other items in a minute. Okay, we might as well get the wooden handle done. Since they're separate, then it's really easy. You don't have to mask anything. So nice. I love it when Stampin' Up! Makes things easy for us. I don't need this blooming phrases anymore, so I'm going to put that aside. All right, I do need to I want this stamped off. I don't want a super strong version here. So we're going to stamp off, and we're going to put one handle here, and then we're going to put another handle here. Okay, and we're going to do another one right here. And where else do I want one? I don't know that I need one here, but I think I'm going to do one there. Oops, I didn't get it all. I didn't get all of the impression. Another nice thing about the photopolymer ones are that if you make a boo-boo, it's easy to fix. You can just go right back in there and make a fix. There's one more that I wanted like right here, but I don't want it up here where my shovel's going to be coming in. So I'm going to mask part of this handle because I want mostly the shovel to be right here. Okay, so that is that. It's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. All right, so that handle is done. Now I'm going to just get out some smoky slate and we will put in the shovel, or spade actually. You would probably call that a spade. I should know my garden terms. I've been a gardener for, when we moved into our house, I was about 30. And that's when gardening was something I could actually do. We had a house instead of a rental. I loved it. It was so fun just learning all kinds of things about growing and what you like and what you don't like. I did really enjoy learning a lot of things, and now I feel like I knew enough to be a little bit dangerous, I suppose. Where is Smoky Slate? Because that's what we need. Smoky Slate. There you are. Okay, now Gray Granite is a little lighter in color, but I think I'm going to go with Smoky Slate. And so we're going to stamp this off. One time will be fine, but I do test just to be sure. And then you can make it come into, you can mask that if you want your spade to be a bit shorter. You can make it that way. I'm actually going to on this one because I'd like to actually see my shovel a little bit here. Okay. All right. And then we're going to put the full shovel right here. Okay. And we're going to put a partial one here. And another partial one right here. And one right here. And I'm pretty much following my pattern here. Once I've kind of figured out the placement, I'm just keeping it easy on myself. You can be really random, but it can be sometimes a little easier to just not try to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. There. All right, so now we've got a pretty good dispersing of that. I actually also just want a shovel, okay, that I'm going to be cutting out. So I'm going to stamp it there. Actually, I need this ink to be fairly even, and you can see it's not stamping all that even. I can run my finger along the edge and hope that it does a little more, but it still isn't really there. I don't know what I can do about that. I suppose I could get my foam out. Sometimes this helps if you put a little foam sheet under there. And then I suspect that's going to make a difference. It did. Look at that. I just was being lazy. Okay, and then I also want the trowel. This is the spade. Now I want the trowel. So let's find that. The shears are really cool, but they're very long. I don't know, though. I think that I'm not going to do a help me grow theme with the shovel, but help me grow with the something else with the shears would be like, I don't know. I put a Bible verse on this one. There's wonderful joy ahead. There's almost nothing as good as depicting the future things God does for us than having a garden. It like just shows you everything. Now, the seed packet. I need the seed packet. And I don't think I need any more smoky slate, so I'm going to put that away. I believe I used beige, but now I'm not so sure. So I'm going to get out Sahara Sand. Now this is a very long time ago color, but I think it was Sahara Sand. And I'm going to get out beige as well, just so that we can compare it. If I can find what that is. This is one that I hardly ever use. I keep it up here with my greens, actually, because, oh my goodness, that scared me to death. It actually has, for me, turned fairly green. That was all of my greens in my display thing falling out. Oh no, my new ink pad fell on the floor and opened up. Oh well. I don't have to live with that. Grab some water and clean that up before it makes a big giant mess. Oh, I found the last time I used my ink blends, I found ink drops all over the place. I do think I used basic beige. Let's see. I used a very, very stamped off version of it. So there's, not in this pack, I don't believe there's any seeds in this one. But in my Flowering Rain Boots, there's a little seed packet. So I'm going to grab that out. This one says, live life in full bloom. It also says our friendship is naturally beautiful, and rain or shine, I'm here for you. I loved those little sentiments. I thought they were really cute. But we're going to get out this little seed packet. It is the one I used. So I used the basic beige. And this, let's turn this over. All right, so I'm going to stamp it off. And then we're going to put one right here. Oh, that's too light. I want it darker than that. So we're going to just leave it we're not going to stamp it off after all. And we're going to do one there. And we're going to do one like right here. I think that's all. I don't need a ton, maybe just a part of one, like here. I don't need that's gonna end up getting cut off mostly, because I do also want to put just a few little flowers in to go with our handles of our special little handled set. Now, if you have friends who garden at all, you're gonna love this. They are gonna love it too. It's very, very fun. You can use all kinds of things to do this. So now that we've got the background done, all I need to do is the handles, and I can attach them right to this, but I'm not going to bother because the dies actually are separate anyway, so they're gonna end up getting cut separate. So just to make life easy for myself, I'm not even going to bother to stamp them together as one. I'm going to just go ahead and do it separate. So we're going to grab out the little flowers first and use my strawberry slush again. Okay, we'll do those first. Let me remove my other cards because I don't want to ruin those. And then let's see, what have we got? We've got one big glob of flowers, but I actually am just using parts of them. I'm not using the whole bit. I'm going to find the collection part that I want. So I'm going to just use the ones on the end right there. And we're going to add these in right there. Mostly where it's already going to be a little bit empty in you know, decoration and whatnot. So we're going to do it like right here. Here. So cute. My handles are going to be here, so I don't really need to do too much there. All right, I think that's good. Maybe just a little bit here, just this one, maybe. I'm going to mask this bottom bit. So I think I want to put one right here. There we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do the handles. And I love the wood grain. It's so pretty. But these are even better, these flowered ones. Now, where are you? I always have a hard time finding them. Oh, the handles. I actually was using the handle. I'm so dingy. So I used the handles there, but this is exactly the handle I'm using to stamp a stamp. I love this thing. I forgot that it went like this. It's wonderful. So you just take this. I need two handles. So there's one and there's two. And then I'm going to put my little strawberry slush away. We're going to put this one away. And we're going to get out the green part of the handle. Okay, so that's going away. These are the little leaves that are going to go in between all of those pretty little flowers. So let me grab, what do you think I used? Probably, I'll bet you I used Garden Green, but I'm going to use my brand new one. This is Peaceful Pines, and I do really like it. So I think we're going to check it out. Let's check this out. It's pretty dark. I think the stamped off version will look really good though. All right, so now I just have to figure out how does it fit in. Let me make sure I'm getting it in correctly. This is the rounded bit. And the rounded bit has this little bit there. Okay, now I gotcha. So it's going this direction, right there. So you just have to place it, do a sample to see if you're getting this exactly where you want it. Okay, because there's room for error, certainly. There. Oh, I love it. So pretty. I really like that green. I'm gonna love this green. It's a bluish green. And doesn't that magnetic thing work beautifully? I love that. It is gonna be so nice. The one thing is I'm gonna have to secure my storage better because when they fall out of my storage, it is gonna fall all over the place. And I don't need any of that green there because you know what? It would be a little bit of a challenge to get this in. I could do it probably with that one, but I'm afraid that I'll mess it up. So I'm just not even going to bother. All right. So now what are we doing? Got a die cut. And then we're going to just place everything and we're going to be done. So I'm done with my trash and this. The sun is coming out. It is so windy today. We moved from the Tri-Cities here, and I was delighted to find out that we don't have much wind here. In fact, I was really happy to discover that. So why are we having so much wind all of a sudden? We've had several windy days. I know it's springtime, but sheesh, seriously. It's been ridiculous. All right, so now we're going to get out. I didn't need to seal that all up because I need the dies out of there, you know. All right. So we'll get the cultivator and the spade and the handle. Okay, so those are the pieces that I need to cut these out with. Let's see if my magnet will cooperate. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And spade, or cultivator, I mean. Let's see if we can get the spade on here. Nope, that one's not going to work. How about this one? Maybe. Maybe. My upper plate's got this big bow in it, which actually isn't bad because it kind of doesn't shape things much. It just depends on how uncooperative my items want to be. All right, so now we're down to just two. I'm going to simplify things by cutting these in half, and then I can apply it a little differently on my board here. So this one we're done with, and the handle. I hear my refrigerator working pretty good behind us. We had our kids here last week, one son and his wife, his lovely wife. She is the sweetest best daughter-in-law ever. And she survived. Being around our family is a little bit of a challenge. And she happily, I think, she actually looked like she was watching it, so that was good. We watched Shadow of, no, not Shadow of a Doubt, although that also is a great one. I see my handles shifted, so I'm gonna back out here and do that separate. We did Gaslight. Gaslight is a really good movie. The one with Joseph Cotton and Ingrid Bergman. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. And Angela Lansbury is in it too. It's so good. And she did enjoy watching that, I think. So that was good. We watched that. Let's see, what other old movie did we watch? We did do another one. I can't remember what it was. She doesn't like black and white films, she says. But I think it's just because she hasn't been initiated enough into the finer things of the old movie world. Because Jeff and I pretty much only watch old movies. We watch TV shows and old movies, and mostly old TV shows too. All right, so we've got that done. I'm not going to do the little handles, you know, the little leather strap, this little leather strap that I don't even see because it's just a die. But that's okay. We're going to trim that. I need my twine. Oh, I do need the die for the dirt. So let's grab that out. And that I'll just do on the side. This is a piece of pumpkin pie or any brown color that you happen to have on hand. In fact, I have so much cinnamon cider, I might grab a piece of cinnamon cider. I always have a bunch of that kind of laying around. Oh, no, actually that's just a little scrap. I don't want a little scrap of it. Actually, my cinnamon cider's, that's pretty light colored. I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and dig in here a little more and find a piece of pecan pie. There we go. I see a scrap I can use. Perfect. All right. All right, so there is my little, now it didn't cut off the end, and you can see it's designed to be the bottom of your card. Okay, so I'm not going to use it that way, but that's why it's attached and not just coming out. We're going to fix that in a minute. Let me find a piece of strawberry slush. So we've got the new catalog coming out, and if you have not already signed up to get those things, you just need to have placed a $100 order, you know, within the last few months with me, and then I will send you a catalog, and then you'll be all set when the new pre-order. We are doing the pre-order. If you're not a demonstrator, you'll want to become one because you get a lot of perks for that. Now we're going to make this 4 inches. I'm going to trim just that little bit on the top here. And then I'm going to turn it, and then we're going to go at 4 inches. Now that's cutting almost all that word happy off. I don't really want to do that. So instead of doing that, I'm going to just do that and turn it again. And we're going to cut 4. I'm going to cut a little bit more off the bottom than I wanted. Oh well. Or I guess that's the top actually. Oh well. Now we need 5 1/4. And I think this side can be sacrificed to a great degree. It's pretty good right there. And then that will fit right on here. But I need my I need this, so this is going to be 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and trim that, and then we're going to go ahead 5 1/4. Okay, so that's my ground, and then I'm going to trim it the width I want, which is just pretty much right where the actual, it's a little small on one side, a little bigger on the other, and that is fine. That's not gonna be a problem at all. Just like dirt does do that, you know? If that bugs you, don't let that happen. Because you don't have to. You don't have to do it that way. Okay, my twine. My twine. I have moved all my twine right here in front of me. I have always had it in a big sucker tree. And the sucker tree was great because it was it stood upright. I had them all situated so that I could see everything really good and I could just look and pluck off what I wanted. But the problem is I don't have any place near me now, especially that I've moved down to the basement. I don't have any place to put it near me to see what's what. So now I've got it all right here and handy so I can get my strawberry slush. So that's close enough to strawberry slush. So I'll take that back there. And then I'm going to want to separate this out. I'm going to get a fair bit. I don't know. I'm looking there and thinking this is actually strawberry slush. What did I use? Because this looks darker. Maybe there's an in color that I have over on the side here. Let me look. No, not at all. Maybe I used this instead. This one, not that one. This one. Yep, that is what I used. So let me switch that out. Wrap that back up again. Now, where did my little? You don't want to lose these pins. Those little straight pins, those are deadly if you step on a straight pin. Definitely don't want to do that. It's this one that I want. Good. This is just floss. So I'm going to wrap this around a few times. I went down and got some DMC embroidery floss that I used to have all of. I used to embroider. Actually, I was a cross stitcher. Loved cross stitching. I did that for so many years. It was really relaxing while we were watching TV. I didn't have to think at all. But my eyes got such that I couldn't do it very easily. And then we got a TV projector instead of a regular TV, so we keep our viewing room very dark. I can't see a thing. And so I gave away all of my embroidery supplies, floss and all. So I actually had to go down with a few of our things and purchase what I needed to match up colors that we didn't have any floss, twine or ribbon for. And this kind of shade of pink, it seems like I never have enough of that. Now, I hope that you're able to share this love of card crafting with people because it's really fun. People love getting these cards. They're very pretty. Especially nice when they know I actually worked on it a little bit. And others will really appreciate you for all of the work you do too. So I'm going to put a nice little bow right here. If I can. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I've got a bad knot going there. Let's get that out. There we go. One, 2, and 3. Okay. Got a bunch of glue, of course, stuck to my hand. All right, so funny story, you'll love this. So our family was here, our son is a plumber, and the first morning after they arrived, they came in kind of late, and I actually wanted this to be a double bow. Well, we're going to do a single because I flubbed it. And then he comes up in the morning and he says, Mom, I don't know how this happened, but your shower downstairs, I could probably fix it for you, but I'll have to buy some tools to do it. And like, no, I don't want you working while you're here. What happened? Well, the pipe came right out of the wall. It's kind of weird. And I should have done the dirt, because I wrapped the dirt on this around, and I kind of liked that, but I forgot to do that, so we're not doing it. And I need to save space where the spade is going to shove down into, oh, I have 2 spades. Oh, good, I only need 1. It's going to shove down into the dirt, okay? So I kind of need it to be like here. So I'm going to just not put glue right there. And so I thought that was ironic. But we had the plumber come out yesterday, and it was an easy fix for him. But it did. It actually broke. The pipe broke on the inside where the shower head is attached and on the inside of the wall. So at first, the plumber wasn't 100% sure he wasn't going to have to go in through the cabinet here behind me. This backside. No. All right. Now we're going to just assemble my handles. So what I am going to do is just look at it and make sure it's going to go where I want it to. First of all, where the glue is not. I want my words happy to show. And then I'm going to put my handles together here so I can kind of see. I want my cultivator to be on top of the soil. And then you can make your handle as long or short as you need to. It can be way up here if you want it, you know? Okay, now that I kind of know where they are going to be, I'm going to go ahead and glue these on to my little tool. Just to the little tool. I'm going to take that out though, because I don't want it to glue to the card, because I want this to be with dimensionals. Okay, there's that one. And then this one. I don't know why I did 2 shovels. Oh, I remember one wasn't good enough, that's why. Okay, there we go. Cute. And then all I need are the little mini dimensionals, and we're going to put those in, and we're going to be done. Put it on a background cardstock, which I happen to have one ready to go. Oh, they're all portrait. Well, that's all right. We'll just do a portrait one, because I don't think I have one that's not. And that is that. So one very meticulously done card. Very cute. Those little ladybugs would be super cute on this too. Actually, on any of the garden themed things you could possibly think up. Really nice. Get on there. And one more. Right there. I think I want to do the spade first, because the spade is the one that's got to go down into the dirt. And then the cultivator I can kind of figure out from there. The big dimensionals can fit on that handle part. And I guess for the spade they could fit on all of it. That would have saved me a little time if I just used those. That's okay. All right. Now, I forgot, this has got to go down in the soil. So I actually can't use this one here. It's got to go down a bit. I'll just put it up there instead. Well, I'm going to get rid of it because I kind of mutilated it. I went online to see if they have any kids' joke books, and there's some really good ones on Amazon. I think my grandkids would really enjoy that. This year, Easter just snuck up on me, and that's because we have trips planned. We've got kids we're seeing, and I didn't even get any Easter cards actually mailed this year. I feel so bad. I can't believe it's this weekend. It's way too early for me. I think this year I was messed up too because of that ridiculous late freeze that came. It just sort of threw me off my game, in a sense. Okay, so there's that little shovel down in the dirt. And I saw that David Austin roses are at 20% off. Oh man, I've got like 6 or 7. Those are the only ones I'm going to buy to replace the ones that are rosette diseased away. But I did not buy them. I have them in the cart, and I'm tempting myself so much by doing that. They were still available, though kind I like aren't always. And it was all I could do to just delete that and say no to myself. But I've got to wait another year. I got to wait another year just to make sure that that disease has been eradicated. I don't want to lose a whole bunch more roses. That was very heartbreaking for me. All right, so I guess it can be over the happy. I kind of didn't want it to be, but it kind of is. All right, there we go. It's on there. That is that. Isn't it cute, though? I don't know. I kind of liked... Oh, there's the background one. It's too late. I can't do anything about it. I can color the handle. I colored it like a light pink. I don't think I colored it, but I might have just used the back of the stamp itself and stamped really, really pale, you know, many, many stamped off versions of Strawberry Slush on there. It's very likely that's what I did. I'm not sure. But I might have just colored it. Either way will work. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful Easter, blessed Easter weekend. We are so fortunate to live where there's so many people that are going to go and enjoy hearing about the love of Christ on Easter, and then probably have a wonderful day with their family afterwards. So nice. I wish our family lived here, but they don't. So we get to do Easter via Zoom, I suppose. I actually just see the pictures afterwards of the grandkids, and I do cry a little about that, but that's the way it goes. And I don't actually cry, okay? Sometimes I do, but not usually about that. And we did have all the Easters with our kids, so it's not like I haven't done it. All right, and it is super, super fun. And it can be really, really tiring for Mom and Dad, for that matter. Okay, now let's see. I am going to have to trim my card just a bit right here. You can see it's not cut perfectly. Right there, and then on this end as well. This is where it's tricky, is on that back one. All right, very good. Now that's better. All right, super cute. What else did I miss? Anything? I don't think so. I was going to put for help me grow for the day. Blessed are they who do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. I think that's a really good verse for anything that would be garden related, especially if you're doing any food crops. The idea of being filled is always good. All right, I think we are all done.